Yo, 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 what's going on, people? It's your boy Jay.Jordan back again. The WNBA season has returned, and we're back on the watch-along tip. And I thank y'all for tuning in and joining with me for the second game of the day. This will be the seventh game of the season total. We had 3 games on Friday. We had 2 on yesterday. We already had 1 earlier this afternoon, and this is the final game of the day today. What's up, Janelle? I see you first over there. What's going on? Well, as you can see, I switched up some things a little bit. New season, new graphics, just trying to get things looking fresh and new for the new season. All right, so we have 2 undefeated teams today. We have the 1-0 Minnesota Lynx, and we have the 1-0 Los Angeles Sparks. Both teams played on Friday. The Lynx played the Dallas Wings. They beat the Dallas Wings on Friday. The LA Sparks played the newly introduced Golden State Valkyries, and they won their game on Friday as well. Both of their star players, Nafisa for the Lynx and Kelsey Plum for the Sparks, both had 30-piece games. I think Nafisa started off the night with 34 or 35, and then later on in the night, Plum came around and scored 37 in her Los Angeles Sparks debut. So let's see what happens to this afternoon, I should say, this evening between these two teams. All right, the starting lineups were revealed already. So we have for the Lynx, who are the away team this evening, Courtney Williams, Carly Samuelson, Bridget Carlton, Nafisa Collier, and Alana Smith. She was questionable throughout the day, became probable, and then she gets confirmed to get her first start of the season after dealing with some quad injuries. Their substitution, Jessica Shepard moves to the bench. Diamond Miller, Alyssa Pali, Mariam Badian out of France, Natisha Heidemann, and Anastasia Olari Kosu, the rookie, the 2025 rookie. I think she was drafted 15th or so overall. All right, for the LA Sparks, Odyssey Sims, Kelsey Plum, Rakia Jackson, De'Erica Hamby, and Azare Stevens. That's their lineup from their first game. Their substitutions, they have Mercedes Russell, Sarah Ashley Barker, Emma Cannon, and Sanaya Fagan. The people who are out, I have them circling the bottom of the screen. The Lynx, Kayla McBride still out for personal reasons. Kayla McBride, in my opinion, I think sort of overdid herself this offseason. She played all the way to the finals in the W. Then she played in Unrivaled. Basically was the only healthy player for the Laces team that played the whole season essentially. And then she flies over to Turkey to play for her Turkish team, Fenerbahce. They end up winning. I think they come third place in EuroLeague. I think they won the Turkish final. So I think she just sort of overdid herself going from Unrivaled straight over to Turkey to play over there. And she wasn't at training camp, and she didn't play the first game. So hopefully everything is okay with her. Cute Tay says the Sparks are gonna get spanked. Damn. Oh good. Let's fix this up. Get everything looking nice. Sparks are gonna get spanked. We'll see. Actually, while I'm talking about this, let me get the poll up. Who wins this game, Lynx or Sparks? Start the poll there on the YouTube. Make sure you vote in that poll. For the Sparks, they have 3 players out. Ray Burrell, who went out in that Golden State Valkyries game on Friday. I think she banged knees with Carla Late of the Valkyries, and they said she's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. Julie Alamon dealing with a knee injury. I think she had a surgery beginning of April, mid-April. So she should be coming back shortly. And Cam Brink, as we all know, tore her ACL last season. She's still in the ramp-up procedures to get back to start playing for the Sparks. So they're without 3 players. So today they have, 5, 6, 7. They only have 9 available players. They may end up signing someone on a hardship contract fairly shortly. probably within the week. All right, so the game starts at 6. Oh, let me turn my mic down a little bit. My bad, y'all. I'm probably mad loud. The game starts at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So we got about 10 minutes until game time. Thanks for joining in. I do want to touch on the game that happened earlier today, and then at halftime, we'll touch on some of the games that took place yesterday. As you can see, the squad. You see the squad there. We handle business on ring night, so we'll touch on that. If we have time before the game starts, we'll touch on it as well. Liz, what's going on? It's good to see you as always. Good to see you. Yeah, I saw your comment. Unfortunately, I couldn't make the game. I was like, I was busy, and so I had to sell my tickets. But I'm glad we took care of business. Cuz, what's going on? Good to see you. Hope everything's well. Hope the girls are well. So let's touch on this game that took place earlier in the screen. You see I have the score at the top of the screen. I'm gonna start putting the scores for the games that took place or are taking place while I'm on stream. Right there at the top, the Washington Mystics, the number one seed in the WNBA currently, with 2-0 record. Let's take a quick look. I forgot which one I have it on, but let me see if I could pull up their game right quick. All right, so the Washington Mystics 90-85 over the Connecticut Sun. RC, what's going on, bro? Salute, salute. So the Washington Mystics, I was watching this game before I got on stream. It was looking a little shaky early. It was looking shaky early, but they pulled it off. The rookies are putting in work. I gotta tell you, Sonia Citron, Kiki Iriafen, and then the vet Brittany Sykes put in work. So as you can see from the box score, at the top of the screen, the quarter by quarter score, Connecticut was up 10 at the end of the first, 23-13. Washington outscored them 28-23 in the second. They both scored 19 in the third, and Washington outscored them 30-85 in the fourth for a 90-85 win. Kiki Iriafen, I gotta salute her. Got to salute Kiki. This is her second start. She gets her first double-double of the season, of her career in the W. 17 points, 14 rebounds, 7 of 10 shooting. Did have 5 fouls, but look at the game she's played. She played the first game against Brittany Griner, who's going into the W Hall of Fame. Then she plays this game against Tina Charles, who second in the W in scoring, and she gets 2 wins. Crazy, 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 crazy. Stephanie Dolson, I don't know. I think her days are numbered there in Washington with 3 points. Brittany Sykes, back-to-back 20-plus point games for her, 27 points, 7 assists. She did end up fouling out, got to the line 13 times, made 11 of them, played 35 minutes. Shug Sutton, 6 points. Sonia Citron had a struggle of a first half. I think she scored 13 of her 15 points in the second half. Had some big steals, big blocks, and some game-sealing free throws to get her team the W against the Connecticut Sun. Enksler with 3, Shakira Austin with 4. She ends up getting ejected. She got into it a little bit with one of the Connecticut Sun players. But I have thoughts on Shakira. I think her days may be, if she can't get healthy, her days are numbered there in Washington. And the Sun, Nelson Adota having a hell of she's going to have a lot more minutes here, getting the start. She had 18 and 8. Tina Charles with 23 and 10. Lindsay Allen with 6. Mabry with 11. She missed the game-tying 3 with like 10 seconds left. JC Sheldon with 11. Bria Hartley got signed on the training camp contract late. 11 points off the bench. 3 for Haley Peters. 2 for Cariata Diaby. So that was the game earlier. What's up, Tulip? Salute, salute. Alana Smith is playing. She got declared eligible to play, so she will be playing in this game. Kiki built like a protein and BG couldn't move her. Yeah, listen, I know people started to fall asleep on Kiki last year at USC. They forgot what she was doing at Stanford. A certified bucket. She had to adjust a little bit playing with Juju in a new system. But I always knew she would. People were talking about, "Oh, she's not even worth a top 5 pick, top 10 pick. She's dropping down people's rankings." But so what have you done for me lately? Sort of commentary, not looking at the person's overall body of work. So I knew Kiki would come in, and if she got the opportunity, she would put in work. RC was like, Jay, I was screaming when Mystics made clutch plays down the stretch. It's a far cry from what they were doing last year. Last year, Mystics were leading the whole game and then would blow it in the fourth. These 2 games so far under a new regime, albeit some new players, they've closed 2 clutch games, made comebacks in the fourth to win 2 games. And look, people had Mystics at the bottom of their list to be at the bottom of the standings. Listen, man, they're a team that you don't want to play. They run up and down the court. They're listen, as soon as the ball goes in the basket, on defense, they're grabbing it, they're pushing it up on offense, and they're trying to make things work. And the rookies are getting a lot of valuable experience. Tulip says Lucy and Kate only in the league because of Iowa. Oh shoot. Feel bad for Zay and LA who deserve those spots. Listen. No comment. Who's the Washington GM? I forgot who's the new person that they signed over in Washington, but they did a hell of a job in the draft. They're they are setting themselves up for future success because they still have if once Steph Dolson gets off the books, if they don't move off for her about before the end of the season, you got a vet in Brittany Sykes. You still have Aaliyah Edwards who's dealing with injury. She hasn't played yet. Shakira, like I mentioned before, I don't know if she can't stay healthy. They see what they have in Kiki and what they could possibly have in what they saw last year in Aaliyah Edwards that could be their front court of the future. Emily Engstler solid off the bench. Jade Melbourne bounced around a little bit. She was she was in Seattle and now she's over in Washington, the 6th woman off the bench putting in work. And it's so like as I'm watching Washington and the coach Sidney Johnson, as soon the players are coming off, he's hugging the players. He's like so like involved and like showing so much love to the players. It makes it's so great to see that, and they're all responding because I guess he's giving them constructive criticism and everything as well. It was good to see, y'all. It is good to see. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. It's 5:56. We got about 4 minutes until game time. So you're not missing anything, y'all. Y'all not missing a thing. For those who are new, I don't show the actual game on the on the screen. That's the quickest way to get a flag from YouTube. So I'll be watching and talking. I'll be updating the score, showing the box score as well. So appreciate y'all tuning in. These games are also free on League Pass. But my commentary better than these people over on League Pass to keep it a buck with you. Let me look at these comments. Make sure you fill out the poll. Make sure you fill out the poll. Who's gonna win this game, Minnesota or LA? Tulip says LA literally have 2 healthy guards, 3 knee injuries as well. Get real. Yeah, that Ray injury looked a little scary. Tudo was good on the Twitch. Salute. What's good, bro? Salute. Dan, my Sparks, my resident Sparks fan is back in the building. Dan, what's going on? Yeah, your Sparks, man. I caught the highlights of that game. I sort of rewatched it. I rewatched all the games I missed. I did see how Kelsey, she was absolutely going to work. Granted, it's against a young Valkyries or new Valkyries team, so I don't know how much stock to put in it. But look, this is a big test for her today, going against Minnesota Lynx. So we'll see if she can respond or show out as one of the number one option against a very staunch defensive team. Liz, what's going on? Liz says interesting article about the Liberties rings in New York Times. Yeah, I did see that article. We're gonna touch on some of the other games at halftime. I didn't get to watch the Liberty game live or the Fever game live. When I got home, I rewatched the whole Liberty from the ring ceremony all the way through, and then I also caught a little bit of the Fever game. But from what I saw, it was a blowout. Barbecue chicken over there in between Chicago and Indiana. Yeah, because your commentary is the best. Yeah, I appreciate it. See, I try to give you some information, some entertainment, keep you guys abreast because I know there were times when I couldn't watch the game, and then I would try to find somebody who was talking about it while I was doing stuff, and I couldn't. So I appreciate. I'm just providing a service. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all leave a like, subscribe, share. If you're new here, I'll be doing it all season. All season. I don't know if I'll be doing it as often as I did last season. Last season, I was doing like probably one a week. Not one a week, one a day. Sometimes even double headers. I was doing. Times have changed. Responsibilities have changed. So, but I'll make sure I always am keeping you guys abreast on what's going on in the W. Liz says Sparks your third favorite team. I know it's Liberty. What's the other one? Liz, I forgot. I know Liz is Liberty, and then I forgot the second, and then you got what you call it? This is the home opener for the Sparks. This is the home opener. Daniel, yo, send me some money, bro. I'll send you my Zelle or my Cash App. This man said he spent $1,000 on Sparks gear. I can't lie. Over the accumulation of stuff I spent on Liberty gear, including clothing, this stuff back here. I've probably spent a lot too. I can't even lie. So I understand it. Listen, they be sending me the emails. Oh, get a free shipping on the Liberty store, and I'd be like, click, click, click. And I be buying. I can't even lie. I cannot even lie. Look, they even bought this cup when we won the chip. I'll just be buying Liberty gear. I can't even lie. TTB says Sparks win the first quarter. Oh, we going? See, y'all trying to get me back into the sports bet. I fell off because it wasn't looking good for me. But I'm gonna observe this first week and then I might jump back in. Sparks win first quarter. Home opener tax. I don't know. Sparks win first quarter. Sparks win first quarter. I'm gonna say no. But they could. I don't know. I'm gonna say no though. I'm gonna say no. All right. The broadcast has started. The players are walking in. Are they playing? Oh, they are playing that crypto. Last year, if you were on the stream, they had them banished to the Walter Pyramid down in Long Beach. My LA residents. Give me correct me if I'm wrong. It looks like a cool arena from the outside. It's like in a little like glass pyramid, but um like there was a bunch of shadows on the court. The lighting wasn't great, so it threw people off. But basketball is basketball. I'm gonna watch it if they on the park or if they on an official court. They're talking about Kelsey Plum, 37 points, 6 assists, 5 steals, the first player in W history with 35, 5 assists, and 5 steals in the game. Very efficient, 11 for 19 from the field, 4 for 6 from three. It's not going to be as easy as it was then playing against the Valkyries as it is tonight playing against the Minnesota Lynx. Chuck 1642 on the Twitch says, "Let's go Lynx." Hawkeye said, "Jay, do you do any fantasy basketball leagues and drafts?" Yeah, I did one. I did one. My squad is decent. My squad is decent. The way me and my boys did it, we didn't like do an actual draft where we were selecting. We just let the computer select the players for us, and because we couldn't figure out a time, and then we go from there, and then we can use the waiver wire and whatever to adjust. But I got Satu, I got Fee, I got Courtney Williams, I got John Quell. I got McBride, but McBride I had to put her on the injury reserve because she's not playing. So I got a decent squad. Decent squad. Haven on the Twitch. Am I gonna show the game? No, my friend, I can't. They'll block my account. So I won't be showing the actual game. I'll be keeping you guys up with the scores and things of that nature, but I cannot show the actual game on the screen. They're talking about Courtney Williams. She had a hell of a game against Dallas. 25 points, 9 assists on 10 of 15 shooting. She was even hitting some threes as well. She has to pick up most of the slack since Kayla McBride and Alana Smith were both out in that game. All right, starting lineups are on your screens, people. Starting lineups are on your screens. They have them on the screen right now. I'm gonna end this poll. Make sure you get your votes in. Somebody has to shift the balances. We have a 50 here. All right, I'm ending it now. 54%. I like it. 53% say Lynx. 46% say Sparks. Just be amazing. Salute for the follow. Salute. Appreciate you. Nettie Ireland says, "Let's go Lynx. Let's get the win." All right, so we got some Lynx representatives here, or people rooting for the Lynx here. And we're off, people. We are off. The home opener for the LA Sparks has begun with the Minnesota Lynx. Carlton over to Williams. Williams, mid-range jump shot, first basket is off. Rebound to De'Erica Hamby. Over to Odyssey Sims. Just be amazing, a Lynx supporter as well. Salute. Thanks for joining. Odyssey Sims in the corner. Gets it over to De'Erica Hamby. Hamby looks to attack Alana Smith. Gets into the paint, throws up a wild shot, and gets bailed out with a foul call. Foul on Alana Smith. So Hamby will go to the line for 2 free throws. Daniel says, Jay, I think Sparks should sign Haley Jones to a hardship contract until Burrell comes back. I'm not a Haley Jones believer, to keep it a buck with you, bro. I'm not a Haley Jones believer. Hamby misses the first free throw. They try to use Haley as a point as Hamby hits the first free throw. So Hamby has the first point of the game for the Sparks. And Nafisa with the ball, top of the key, over to Alana Smith. Handoff to Bridget Carlton. They call a foul on Rakia Jackson. Her first, this is her second year in the league. It's her first foul. Oh, she got the makeup done. She got like some, I think it's gold eye. I don't know. The ladies, if you're watching the game, let me know what that is. It's like she has gold glitter around her eye. I don't know what that is. Bridget Carlton, foul line, jump shot is up, and the Minnesota Lynx are on the board. It's 2-1 Minnesota. Odyssey Sims with the ball, top of the key, over to Rakia. Rakia to the Hamby. Hamby gives it back to Rakia. Rakia pump fake, steps back, doesn't shoot it. Over to Hamby, gets batted away, and Hamby picks it up all the way in the backcourt. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Hamby crosses half court, hands off to Plum. Plum pump fakes, loses the ball. Azare, and it's a shot clock violation. Great defense there by the Minnesota Lynx. Great defense there. Denying Hamby, forcing the ball all the way into the backcourt, and they force a shot clock violation. Ball with Minnesota. Courtney Williams over to Fee. Fee crosses half court, looks to attack, hands off to Bridget Carlton. Carlton over to Samuelson. Samuelson pump fakes, takes a dribble, pulls up for 3, off. Fight for the rebound, and Rakia comes away with it. Rakia on the attack. Crosses half court, gets it to Plum. Oh, bad pass. Throws it off Plum's toes. It's another turnover. Nafisa on the attack, steps through, hands it to Courtney. Courtney push shot, too strong. Nafisa gets the rebound. Drops it off to Carly, up top to Alana Smith for 3, and she knocks down the top of the key 3. So turnover is leading to buckets here for the Minnesota Lynx. It's 5-1. Odyssey Sims with the ball, attacks Courtney Williams. She wants to help. Alana Smith comes over, gets the block, and turnover again for the Sparks. Ball over to Courtney Williams. Foul line, jump shot up, cash. And that's what she does. Mid-range assassin Courtney Williams. It's 7-1 Minnesota. Plum over to Rakia Jackson. Rakia guarded by Samuelson. Crossover. Pulls up for a 3. Top of the key. Too strong. Rebound. Alana Smith. Man, she looks like she could barely jump. But she's out there hustling, though. I got to give her credit. Courtney Williams. It's a kickball there as Courtney tried to bounce past it to Nafisa. We're at the 7:30 mark. Minnesota up 7-1. This what are they called? The Sparks have 2 turnovers. Hamby has the only point of the game for them. Alana Smith over to Bridget Carlton. Pump fakes, drives by Rakia, gets fouled on the help side by De'Erica Hamby, and Bridget Carlton will go to the line for 2 free throws. So Minnesota, not a shocker to me, the way they're playing so far. Very solid team, well-coached team, as Carlton misses the first free throw. Carlton at the line for the second free throw. And she knocks it down. So Bridget Carlton up to 3 points here so far. Ball in play with the Sparks and Odyssey Sims. Sims crossover. Guarded by Courtney Williams tightly. She tries to penetrate. They switch. Gets it to Hamby. Hamby picks up her dribble. Gets it to Plum. Plum, quiet so far, gets it to Odyssey. Odyssey, catapult three off the front of the rim. Hamby gets the offensive rebound, goes up, and scores. So Hamby has all 3 points here for the Sparks. They had a little drought there, a 2-minute drought where they hadn't scored. Williams over to Smith. Smith to Fee. Fee, pump fakes, tries to drive on De'Erica. Spin move. That one-legged fall away. Oh, you cannot stop it. Nafisa Collier on the board here. Fall away jump shot, middle of the floor. It's 10-3 Minnesota. Kelsey Plum with the ball. Plum with the crossover. Gets downhill, throws it over to Azare Stevens. Corner three, and she buries the three. Azare Stevens on the board with a three right in front of the LA bench. It's 10-6 Minnesota. Courtney Williams goes behind the back here. Guarded by Odyssey Sims. Gets it to Fee. Hand off to Carly. Top to Alana Smith. Left side to Bridget. Down to Fee. They send a double team. Fee spins away from it. Throws it up top, up to Bridget. They throw it down to Alana Smith. Baseline jump shot. Wow. That pass, I don't know how it made it, but it made it to Alana Smith on the baseline, and she hits the baseline jump shot. 12-6. Rakia Jackson gets downhill, bumps off Alana Smith, and scores. Oh, added it to the wrong team. It's 12-8, y'all. 12-8. Ball in play here with Courtney Williams. Top of the key, playing behind the Nafisa screen. Right side to Carly. Guarded by Kelsey Plum. She drives, goes behind the back. She's not known for handles and loses it. Azare Stevens on the steal. Azare gets to the paint, hangs, and scores. Azare Stevens foul and one. Azare Stevens gets the steal in the backcourt. Dribbles, left-hand dribble all the way down the court. Goes up, gets fouled by Courtney Williams on the reach-in. Scores the basket and one. So Azare Stevens at the line to complete the 3-point play. Yeah, Alana Smith, I mean, I know this is her first game back, but she just looks a little slow, a little gingerly as she's running up and down the court as Azare completes the 3-point play. 12-11 here, approaching 5 minutes to go. Courtney comes off the screen. Courtney Williams, a mid-range assassin. Oh, good deflection, but Jessica Shepard checks into the game. Offensive rebound falls right in her hand, and she scores. Jessica Shepard used to play with the Minnesota Lynx. I think didn't play last year with them. But Azare Stevens, corner three. Oh, Azare Stevens is having a quarter here. She scored the last 8 points, 9 points here for the Sparks. Azare Stevens. Denfisa, baseline jump shot, too strong. Rebound to Rakia. Tie game here, 14-14. Sparks with a chance to retake the lead. Rakia gets the screen from Hamby. Picks up her dribble over to Odyssey. Odyssey, corner to Azare from the other corner now. Oh, my goodness. Azare Stevens. Azare Stevens has the last 12 points here for the Sparks. 3 threes already. And a turnover here by Minnesota. Wow. Azare Stevens having a hell of a, I think in the last 3 minutes, she scored 12 points. She hits to a three in the right corner in front of the LA bench. Goes to the other opposite corner. Knocks down a three as well. 17-14 Sparks. That's wow. It looked like Minnesota was going to start running away with this game early. Azare Stevens says not so fast. All right, y'all. That person who said Sparks first quarter, you still have a shot here. You still have a shot. Let me see if I can pull up the box score right quick. While we wait, we got about 2 minutes until that timeout is over. Take a look at the box score. So for Minnesota, Carly Samuelson, no points. Bridget with 3. Alana Smith with 3. Bridget Carlton with 3. Alana Smith with 5. Nafisa with 2. Courtney with 2. and Jessica Shepard off the bench with 2. For the Sparks, you got Hamby with 3, Azare with 12. She's perfect from the field. 2 points for Rakia Jackson. No one else has scored yet. Both teams have 2 turnovers apiece and 2 fouls apiece as well. But Azare Stevens, salute to her. Sparks ran into a little bit of a drought there. I only had that 1 free throw by De'Erica Hamby. And then all of a sudden, Azare Stevens rattles off 12 quick points to give them the lead here. We're at 4:18 to go here in the first quarter. 4:18 to go, and the Sparks have the lead. This is the first of 4 matchups against Lynx and Sparks. Next time they play will be June 14th. Then they play 7 days later, June 21st. And then they play July 10th. We're in a timeout right now. Salute to everybody on. Seen about 50 of us on here. Salute between YouTube and Twitch. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you leave a like on the stream. Subscribe if you're new here. We do watch-alongs all season long. I think it's my 3rd or 4th season doing WNBA watch-alongs. So I appreciate you guys all tuning in for the 2025 season. All right, broadcast is coming back. Magic Johnson. I think he's like the co-owner or part owner of the Sparks. He's here in the building. All right, let's get back. Right, players are coming back on the floor. Let's see if any substitutions are made. Kelsey Plum quiet so far. But we'll see what happens when the play restarts. Right, I just put the nice little live leader stat at the bottom of the screen here so you can keep track of who's leading in what categories. Right, ball back at play here. Let's see if any subs were made. Doesn't seem so. Same lineup. Plum down to Hamby. Hamby in the post against Shepard. Loses the ball though. It's the 3rd turnover of the quarter of the game for the Sparks. Shepard inbounds to Bridget Carlton. So Bridget Carlton, I watched her overseas when I was she played over in Turkey as well. Using her as a ball handler, bringing the ball up the court as they missed a shot. Nafisa gets the offensive rebound and hits the putback. 17-16, Sparks up still. Plum with the ball over to Hamby, top of the key, looking for Odyssey Sim, hands it off to Odyssey. Odyssey going to her left. Crossover, double crossover, gets into the paint, corner to Plum. Plum with the pump fake, in and out dribble, hangs and hits, and they call a late foul, but it looked like a foul indeed. Plum gets fouled 5 feet from the basket on the jump, on the push shot. She'll go to the line looking for her first baskets of the game. I don't know if they called that on Shepard or on Williams. So Kelsey Plum at the line looking for her first first points, of the game, and she's too strong. It looks like subs are being made right now. They're just showing Azare Stevens at the moment. Azare and Nafisa having a little laugh as the foul shot is being taken, and Plum hits the second free throw. Natisha Heidemann into the game for the Minnesota Lynx in place of Courtney Williams. Almost a backcourt violation, but they get it to Nafisa. Nafisa looks to attack, gets it to Carly. Carly loads up for 3. Off. Jessica Shepard fighting for the rebound, and it bounces to Odyssey Sims. Sims quickly outside to Rakia. Rakia gets into the paint, and they call a travel on Rakia. She was going nowhere fast and turns it over. 4th turnover for the Sparks in this quarter. Got to take care of the ball. Have to take care of the ball against Minnesota, because once they get going, it gets dark early. Natisha Heidemann with the ball, forcing her to her right hand. She's a lefty. Odyssey Sims would know. She's a lefty as well. She gets caught on the screen, though. Natisha looks around. Nobody there. And she hits the foul line jump shot wide open. Tie game, 18 apiece. Under 3 minutes to go here. Highly contested game so far. 18-18. Odyssey Sims with the ball. Odyssey comes off the screen from Hamby. Odyssey into the paint. Hangs, throws up the left-hander. No, misses. De'Erica, another offensive rebound and gets fouled by Carly Samuelson. She'll go back to the line for more free throws. So De'Erica Hamby really fighting on the offensive glass, racking up the rebounds here and giving her Sparks second chance opportunities. Last season she had career high numbers in all categories: 17 points, 9 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1.7 steals. As she hit the first free throw, second free throw was up. She knew it was off. She misses the second. Nafisa with the rebound. Sparks up by 1. 2:30 to go here in the first quarter. Carlton with the ball. Steps back for 3. Carlton. And it hits off the rim and goes over the backboard. So ball to the Sparks here. Ball inbounds to Odyssey Sims. So they have the starting 5 out here for the Sparks. Couple subs here for the Minnesota Lynx on the floor. Rickea Jackson, left-hand drive, gets into the paint, hangs and banks it in on the left-hand side. Rickea Jackson, 4 points here. 21-18 Sparks. Natisha Heidemann with the ball, guarded by Azare Stevens. Gets it up top to Fee. Fee, top of the key, 3. Bangs one in. Nafisa Collier, she can score from wherever. 21-21 tie game. Plum with the ball. Plum attacks, goes under the basket, drops it off to Azare. What a pass. And Azare Stevens up to 14 points. She's still perfect from the field here. 14 points for Azare. 90 seconds to go here in the quarter. Nafisa drives on De'Erica. Left-hand layup. Attack, foul, and 1. Nafisa Collier going to the line to complete the 3-point play. Nafisa, you can only hold her down for so long. Once she starts to put her head down and get to the basket, it's damn near impossible to stop. It's her 7th WNBA season. Jeez, time flies. Nafisa hits the free throw for the 3-point play. They have the lead. She's up to 10 points. 24-23 Minnesota over the Sparks. Plum with the ball. Attacks right. Pulls up for 3. Plum, too strong. And Carlton with the rebound over to Nafisa. Nafisa scored the last 6 points here. She gets her down into paint. Euro steps in the middle of the floor. And Nafisa, oh my gosh. Like, I hate her, but I love her. Nafisa, she's on my fantasy team, so I love her right now. 26-23 Minnesota. Nafisa's on a heater. Rickea misses the 3. Fight for the rebound. Samuelson with the rebound. Under a minute to go here, people. Lynx up 26-23 in the first. Foul by Kelsey Plum. I think Minnesota's in the bonus now. No, is that was the 4th foul. I don't think is it bonus? Oh yeah. That might have been the 2nd foul in the last 2 minutes. Carly Samuelson at the line for a free throw. She knocks down the first free throw. Sarah Ashley Barker, the rookie, has checked into the game, the 9th pick in the 2025 draft out of Alabama. And Carly Samuelson knocks down the second. 47 seconds to go here. Lynx up by 5. Mercedes Russell has also checked in for the Sparks. And the ball's out of bounds off of Carly Samuelson on the reach-in. Carly Samuelson, sister of Katie Lou Samuelson, who plays for the Seattle Storm, who's unfortunately out after taking her ACL in practice. Well wishes to her. Ball in play. Barker over to Plum. Plum, top of the key. Plum over to Rickea. Rickea on the drive. Good cutoff there by the Lynx. Back up to Plum. Plum fakes. Corner to Ashley Barker for 3. She misses. Fight for the rebound. Rickea gets the rebound. Pump fakes. Goes up and scores. Great rebound there by Rakia Jackson. And it's 28-25. Shot clock is off here. Rakia with 6 points and 3 rebounds. Shot clock is off. Natisha, top of the key. Natisha goes to her left-hand side. Pulls it back. Double crossover into the paint. Hangs, throws it up, and hits the floater. Tough floater by Natisha. 3 seconds to go. Plum doesn't get a shot off, and that's how the quarter ends, people. So the Lynx finished the quarter on a nice little run, 30-25. Sorry to my friend who bet if you did bet Sparks first quarter. I figured I did say no, right? So hopefully you took my word for it. All right, people, first quarter has been completed. Getting ready for the second. Salute to everybody here on the watch along. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Getting ready for the second quarter. We're gonna take a look at the box score. First watch along of the season. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Is this the one? There we go. Let me refresh this page. Get the correct score up. There we go. Let me look at the chat. Sorry, when I start calling these games, I get locked in. RC said, Jay, I know mom happy then. Oh yeah. Mom super happy. She on Friday she called me, or Saturday she was like, "You're not gonna say congratulations?" I said, "For what?" The Knicks. Listen, man, when the Knicks are playing well, the city's on fire. I can't even lie. So salute to the Knicks playing the Pacers on Wednesday, Eastern Conference Finals. Somebody keep me abreast with the OKC Denver scores. No, OKC was smacking them boys up last time I checked. Daniel said, Jay, you bought a CC rookie card? Oh shoot. Did that come with the $1,000 you spent on Sparks Gear, or that was separate? Let's take a quick look at the box score as I'm looking at this. They're doing their halftime commercials and stuff right now. Carly Samuelson with 2, Bridget with 3, 5 for Alana Smith, Nafisa with a quick 12 on 5 of 6 shooting, Courtney Williams with 2, Jessica Shepard with 2, and Heidemann 4 off the bench. De'Erica Hamby with 4. Oh, they playing that fan song on the broadcast. Ooh, ooh, I don't even know how. Yeah, somebody got to show me the fan dance. Azrae Stevens with 14 points, Rakia with 6, Odyssey with none, Kelsey Plum with 1. Their bench they only played a minute and they haven't scored yet. Right, we're at the end of the first, waiting on the second quarter to start here. Salute to everybody hanging out. Make sure you leave a like on the stream, subscribe. Also, I'm going to paste the highlights channel I've been working on. Those who've been watching me throughout the off season, I've been working on this highlights channel. I do player highlights for the WNBA and players who are overseas playing in the WNBA as well. I already got highlights up from earlier games today. I'm gonna post it in the chat. Highlights channel. Make sure you follow that, subscribe to that channel. I'm gonna get them games out, them highlights out as soon as I get off the broadcast here. RC said, I only work to buy Iowa, Indiana Fever, Aces, and Caitlin Clark merch. Yeah, you crazy, bro. Ball and play, y'all. Ball and play to start the second quarter. What was that? Oh, De'Erica Hamby gets the basket. Look at me. I'm over here doing foolishness, and I missed De'Erica Hamby score. Hamby with the basket is 30-27 here. Heidemann with the ball. Lineups on the floor right now. Oh, good ball move. Oh, Nafisa smokes her easiest attempt of the game. Ashley Barker with the rebound. So it's Plum, Sarah Ashley Barker, Mercedes, Rakia for 3, misses, and De'Erica. For the Sparks, it's Heidemann, Nafisa, Samuelson, Shepard, and Carlton. For the Lynx, Heidemann goes down the lane and misses the layup. She tried to shoot a left-hand layup on the right-hand side, got scared that Hamby was going to block it. Ashley Barker with the ball, gets it to Russell. Russell, handoff to Rakia. Ball almost gets stripped away. Rakia crossover. Goes to the left-hand side, drives into the paint, pushes off a little bit. Fall away jump shot, too short. Shepard with the rebound, crosses half court. Oh, carry. Oh, they say she kept her hand over the ball. It looked like a carry, though. Samuelson over to Heidemann. Left side of the floor. Heidemann. Oh, Nafisa picks up the loose ball. This possession, it looks crazy. And they strip Nafisa and Sarah Ashley Barker. Good defense. Throws it down to Hamby, who catches it. Throws it up top to Russell. Over to Rakia. They slow it down. Down to Hamby. They call a foul there on Heidemann. She just pulled Hamby by the waist. Like they was in the club. And that was a foul there on Heidemann. Oh, I just noticed I didn't post it on the YouTube. My bad, y'all. Hold on. I just posted that on the Twitch by accident. That's funny as. Ball and play here with the Sparks. Oh, Kelsey Plum finally hits her first field goal of the game. Kelsey Plum knocks down the field goal. I just noticed I just posted that on Twitch. I'm a fool. There we go. Sparks with the ball. Bridget Carlton, left hand side, pump fakes, trying to get it down to Shepard. She almost travels, almost turns it over, gets it to Courtney Williams, who's checked back in, and a foul there by Mariam Badian of France, who's checked in for the Lynx. They call a moving screen. Dennis, what's good, Dennis? Just woke up from a nap. I respect it, man. Sometimes we all need a nap during the day. Sarah Ashley Barker over to Mercedes Russell. Back to Ashley Barker. Left side to Odyssey Sims, who's checked back in. Gets it down to Hamby. Hamby versus Badian. Tries to step through. Hamby throws up the right hand. Misses. Miller. Diamond Miller has checked into game. Euro steps and gets blocked. Ball off of Diamond Miller. And goes out of bounds. Ball back to the Sparks. Sarah Ashley Barker. Solid defense since she's checked in. Diamond Miller. She goes straight up. Gets the left hand deflection off of Diamond Miller. And the Sparks get the possession back. 30-29 here, people. 30-29. Kelsey Plum for three. Hey, KP for three. Her first three of the game. And the Sparks take the lead. 32-30. Courtney Williams with the ball. Let's see if she's going to need to do more if they want a chance to win this game here with Nafisa off the floor right now. Shepard with the ball. Over to Courtney. Back to Shepard. Shepard. Pump fake. Steps through. Goes up and scores. Jessica Shepard with the basket. Ties it back up at 32. Kelsey Plum in her bag right now. Pulls up another three. Off the rim. Rebound to Shepard. Over to Courtney Williams. Pushing it up the court quickly. Courtney Williams dribbles back out. Gets it to Shepard. Shepard, hand off to Courtney. Foul line jump shot, way off. Rebound to Plum. Plum pushing it quickly. She doesn't have numbers. Goes up, left hand layup, and goes over the basket. I don't know why she pushed it so far. No, none of her teammates were back. Diamond Miller crossover, gets fouled there by Sarah Ashley Barker this time. Diamond Miller will go to the line for 2 free throws. This pace is crazy. They're going up and down, up and down. So Diamond Miller at the line. She had a solid game on Friday. And she hits the first free throw. Oh, what's up, Con Landing? I just saw your comment. Kelsey Plum wants to prove this year that she's Batman and not Robin to Asia Wilson, who was Batman in their 7 seasons together with the Aces. Yeah, that's a possibility. Kelsey Plum. Oh, sorry. Whoever was at the line for Diamond Miller hits the free throw. So it's 34-32 Lynx. Sparks with the ball. Hamby in the post against Badian. Spins off her, goes up and gets fouled by Badian. That's 2 fouls in 2 minutes for Mariam Badian. This is her an adjustment for her. She plays with the French national team, plays overseas. I think she's in Turkey. I can't remember exactly what. I think it's in one of the Turkish teams. but she had foul trouble on Friday. She's in foul trouble again here today. Oh, De'Erica Hamby, the ball toilet bowls around the rim a couple times, but it drops in. And Hamby buries the second. So tie game again here. Tie game again. Ball in play. Courtney Williams gets it to Body on. Hand off to Diamond Miller. Miller over to Shepard. Shepard looks to attack Azare Stevens. Goes up, pump fakes, double clutches, gets her own rebound. Out to Courtney Williams for three. Misses. Body on with the rebound. Gets it out to Miller. Miller on the attack. Bumps off Odyssey Sims. Out to Courtney Williams again. Top of the key. Over to Shepard. 5 on the shot clock. Over to Carlton. Carlton pulls up. Foul line jump shot is good. You can't keep giving up offensive rebounds. It will kill you in the end. Ball and play with Odyssey Sims here. 36-34. Odyssey Sims guarded tightly. Gets it to Hamby. They get into their set here. Ball gets deflected. Out of bounds. It stays with the Sparks. So we have a timeout here. It looks like. Yeah, we have a timeout here. It's 36-34. The Lynx over the Sparks. Oh, wrong one. All right, now you don't want to cooperate. Cool. There we go. So 36-34. Timeout right now. We're at a timeout right now. Salute to everybody tuning in. So let me just refresh, make sure we got our stats all right. So Nafisa, she's been sitting out right now. She still has 12 points. You have Jessica Shepard with 4, Natisha with 4 off the bench, Diamond Miller with 2, Bridget Carlton with 5. For the Sparks, De'Erica Hamby with 8 points and 4 rebounds. Azare Stevens with 14. I think she had all 14 in that first quarter. Rakia with 6. Kelsey Plum coming to life here in the second quarter with 6. Their bench hasn't contributed offensively, but Sarah Ashley Barker has been playing really good on the defensive end. So I got to salute her there. Right? They're doing like a flex cam over there in the arena. Salute to everybody here. This is the last game of the evening. They had a game earlier between the Wizards and the Sun. I know you're hearing those teams, and you're like, man, those teams are probably terrible. But it was a really good game. Wizards came back to win the game in the end. They're the only they're 2-0. They're number 1 in the W record wise. Daniel says, Jay, do you think Sanaya plays today? The only way Sanaya will play is if somebody gets in foul trouble, they run out of players, or it's a blowout. Either way, and then she'll get some minutes. Yeah, I know she got a DMP last game. All right. Give me about 30 seconds until game resumes. 30 seconds until game resumes. At halftime, we'll go over the box score, the team stats, and we'll take a look at some of the games from over the weekend. So make sure you stay tuned throughout the halftime break. They're doing a little feature on Kelsey Plum. Grew up in the California area. Went to school at University of Washington. Of course, two-time champ with the Las Vegas Aces. Was traded during the offseason. All right. So we're about to resume here with the Sparks. Ashley Barker to inbound. And it's a turnover immediately off the inbound pass. Sarah Ashley Barker tried to get it in. It didn't work. This is Kelsey Plum's 8th season, 30 years old. She was with the Aces when they were still in San Antonio. So she's been around a little bit here. Jessica Shepard with the ball at the elbow, looking for Carlton. A foul there by Plum, holding Carlton on the back cut there. So it'll be sideline out of bounds here for the Minnesota Lynx. This is where the spark should have been taken off here with Nafisa Collier on the bench. But unfortunately, they have not, and Nafisa's back in. Kelsey Plum goes to the bench. Ball and play to Carlton. Over to Shepard, up top to feet. Hand off to Carlton. Oh, she fumbled it a little bit. Recovers it. Carlton trying to get it down the feed. They shade the defense towards her. Diamond Miller on the attack. One-legged shot over Ashley Barker. Nafisa gets the offensive rebound. Her patented one-leg fall away doesn't work. Barker with the rebound. I'm gonna have to just call her Barker. I can't keep saying Sarah Ashley Barker the whole game. Too many syllables. Hamby with the ball almost loses it. Rakia picks it up. Rakia looks to attack, comes off the screen, right side of the floor. Rakia picks up her dribble up top to Hamby with 5 on the clock. 4, Hamby, step back, 3, Cash. Okay, Hamby. Desperation 3. Cash is in though. And the Sparks retake the lead here. 37-36. Remember, the Sparks have a new coach, and Lynn Roberts left Utah University to come down to LA and be the new coach. I know she places an emphasis on threes. Diamond Miller down to Shepard with a touch pass to feet. Looked like she traveled. They don't call it, and Nafisa scores. SAB makes it sound like I'm calling somebody a SOB. Ball and play to Rakia. Over the back, De'Erica and Rakia play handoff games, and Rakia misses the layup. Rebound to the Lynx. Courtney Williams needs to get herself involved here. Courtney Williams over to Nafisa. Nafisa, wing 3. Oh my goodness, she can score from everywhere. Knocks down a 3. Nafisa Collier, uncheckable, y'all. Uncheckable. 17 for Nafisa. Leads all scorers. Hammy into the paint, right down Broad Street, and hits the layup. Courtney Williams gets to her mid-range, too strong. Rebound to SAB. SAB with the ball. SB. Let me stop. Sarah with the ball. Sarah to the basket, gets fouled by Diamond Miller on the right-hand drive. Should go to the line for her first free throws. Barker and Miller going right at it. Going at each other. I like it. Nafisa is just like uncheckable, man. She's knocking down 3s. She's hitting the mid-range. She's driving to the basket. It's tough, man. It's a tough cover. They have another timeout here, y'all. Another timeout here on the floor. Nafisa Collier up to 17 points in this first half. Word. the girl from Alabama. Hey mom, what's going on? Please don't kick me out of League Pass. I have it up on 2 screens right now, so I don't know what the limit is. I'm messing with you. Salute to everybody hanging around. This is the last game of the evening. Of the weekend, I should say, in the W. Sparks home opener versus the Minnesota Lynx. 41-39 right now. 41-39. Now 2:50 to go here before halftime. This game is free on League Pass. They're having a free League Pass preview, but I hope you stick around, listen to the commentary here. Have some. Oh, they got they over here throwing T-shirts out there in the arena. Danny, it's a timeout right now. I think it's gonna be Sparks ball when we come back from the timeout. In a timeout right now. I got everybody just dancing around on the screen. Make sure you check the pin comment, follow the highlights channel, subscribe to the highlights channel. I already have highlights up from basically all the games this weekend so far, even the one that took place earlier today. I have to get to Brittany Sykes and Tina Charles when I get off stream, but I got Sonia Citron and Kiki up there. Danny Bo on the Twitch says, who you got winning the NBA finals? I almost thought you were saying W. NBA finals, man. That's a good question, Danny. My team, the Heat, we suck, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna say man, I don't want to go against the Knicks. I'm from New York, even though I'm not a Knicks fan. I don't want to go against the Knicks. I'm gonna say is OKC winning this game? If OKC's won that game, then I'm gonna say OKC. Ball back in play here, y'all. Ball back in play. We're at the foul line with Sarah Ashley Barker, SB misses the free throw. Oh, Danny. Oh, your Warriors just got knocked out. Yeah. I mean, without Steph, it was always gonna be an uphill climb for y'all, and that was a tough one. As I'm just say SABRC. She hits the second. Ball back in play here. Ball in to Carlton. Over to Shepard. Shepard just throws it out of bounds, and it goes to the Sparks. 41-40 here. 41-40. Oh, so OKC ended up finish smoking them. When I was looking, it was like a 14-point lead. I guess that game should be over by now. Ball back in play, y'all. Don't mind me. I'm multitasking here. Oh, dang. 125-93. Sheesh. Dang, they got clapped up. Azare over to Odyssey Sims. Left side of the floor. 10 on the shot clock. Over to Rakia. Rakia looks to attack left-hand side. Oh, she traveled. They don't call it. Rebound to Shepard. Shepard is like a rebounding magnet. Over to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams, she had 25 on Friday. I think she only got like 2 points right now. Oh, Alana Smith knocks down another three. That's her second three of the game. And it's a 4-point game. 8 for Alana Smith on the night. Azare over to Kelsey Plum. Plum looks to attack, gets into the paint, over to Hamby. Hamby now gets into the paint, knocks over Alana Smith. No foul call either way, and the Lynx are on the run. Courtney Williams runs into Fee, wants the screen, gets it to Alana Smith on the baseline. Drown to Shepard. Oh, that's easy. Lovely offense there from the Minnesota Lynx. 6-point game, 1:30 to go here. Sparks need to close this quarter well. The Lynx are one of the best third quarter teams I've ever seen. Oh, Plum, step back three and knocks down the plea. Knocks down the three. Kelsey Plum, a three right in front of the Sparks bench. 3-point game. About a minute to go here before halftime. Bridget Carlton with the ball over to Jessica Shepard. Courtney Williams, jab step, hangs, throws it over, corner to Alana, up top to Bridget, over to Fee. Fee gets tripped up by De'Erica. 54 seconds to go, shot clock gets reset to 14. (46-43), 54 seconds to go here before halftime. Lynx ball, they inbound to Alana Smith. Over to Courtney, down to Fee. Fee in the post versus Rakia. Nafisa over the other shoulder and airballs. A great defense by Rakia. Salute to her. Taking that challenge on. Kelsey Plum on the run. Over to Rakia. Right side of the floor. Up top to Azare. She's been quiet since the first quarter. Foul there by Bridget Carlton on the reach-in. First foul on Bridget. It's 46-43. 35 seconds to go. Sideline out of bounds here for the Sparks. Plum to inbound. It's the starting lineup on the floor for the Sparks. Gets it back to Plum off the inbound from De'Erica. Short. Fight for the rebound between two Lynx. Hamby gets the rebound and scoops it back in. So two Lynx players collided on the rebound. It falls right to Hamby, who goes right up and scores. 1-point game. 22 seconds here. Carlton comes off the curl. Over to Courtney for three. Misses. Rebound to Azare. Over to Plum. Shot clock is off. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6. Plum at half court. 4 seconds. She steps into a three. Off the front of the rim. Azare got the rebound, but then fumbled it. Couldn't get the shot off. And that's how we go into halftime. So at the end of 2 quarters here, nice little run there for the Sparks to get it to 46-45 Lynx up at the half. Good first quarter so far. Very entertained so far. Salute to the ladies hooping out there. Let's take a look at the box score for this game. 46-45 at the half, people. Let's take a look here. Let me just refresh, make sure everything is looking all right. Salute to everybody hanging around. So Lynx up by 1 at the half. Minnesota outscored LA 30-25 in the first. The Sparks outscored LA 20-15 in the second. I'm looking at the comments again. Jack, or what Jackie said, y'all hit that like button. Get the likes up. Let's get back to the box score. Carly Samuelson played 12 minutes, 2 points, 2 assists. Bridget Carlton with 5 and 3 rebounds. Alana Smith, her first game of the season after being out last game was I think it was a quad injury. 8 points for her, 2 threes, 2 for 2 from 3. Nafisa, the head of the snake, the engine in the car, the head honcho, 17 points, 4 rebounds for her on 7 of 11 shooting, super efficient. Courtney Williams, 2 points, 2 rebounds. She needs to get going in the second half. Their bench, Jessica Shepard, 6 points and 6 rebounds. She's on double-double watch. Diamond Miller, 2 points. Mariam Badian with none, and 4 for Natisha Heidemann. For the Sparks, you got Dearica Hamby, played 19 of the 20 minutes, scored 15 points and 5 rebounds. Azare Stevens had 14 all in that first quarter. Quiet second quarter for her. 3 for 3 from 3. Rakia Jackson with 6. Odyssey Sims scoreless. And Kelsey Plum with 9 points and 3 assists. Their bench, not really much going on the bench. None from Mercedes Russell. Sarah Ashley Barker with 1. But she has been playing really solid defense out there. She does have 3 rebounds as well. All right, let's take a look at these team stats. Lynx are shooting 48.6% from the field. Sparks are at 48.5%, so very identical there. 44% for the Lynx from 3, 40% for the Sparks. Free throw battle, the Sparks have got there more. They're 7 for 11. The Lynx shooting a better percentage. They're 6 for 7 for 85%. Rebounding battle is pretty close, but the Lynx are winning it by 3, 19-16. Assist battle, Lynx share the ball really well. Tops of the league in assists last season. 12-8 in the lead there. Steals, 2-2 equal. Blocks, Sparks leading the blocks battle 2-1. Turnovers, Sparks have more turnovers, 6-5 for the Lynx. Fast break points, the Lynx are winning that 8-3. Points in the paint, Lynx are winning that 20-18. They do have more fouls than the Sparks, 9-7. And their largest lead was 7 for the Lynx. It's been 3 for the LA Sparks. Right, so that's the recap on this game so far. What's up, James, in the chat? He says, who you like to ball out second half? If I had to put money on anybody, it would be Nafisa. She's the head of the snake. She has 17 already. She's probably gonna have to get another 30 piece for them to win this game. So I'll put the money on Nafisa to go off in the second half. All right. So as I mentioned, I didn't want to take a look at some of the games that took place over the weekend that I wasn't able to stream or take a look at. So we had one of the first games of the weekend, Atlanta at Washington. The new look at Atlanta Dream taking on the rookies and the supposedly tanking Washington Mystics. And the Mystics come back and win that game 94-90 to get their first win for their new coach, Sydney Johnson. Take a quick look at the box score. Standout players, Alicia Gray with 25 points. And for the Washington Mystics, we had Sonia Citron, rookie debut, 19 points, hit 2 threes. Brittany Sykes followed up with 22. And you had Kiki Uriafen, the other rookie, her debut with 14 points against Brittany Griner. So you can see there how the rookies really contributed in that game. Second game was Minnesota and Dallas. I think both those games started at the same time. It was close until halftime, then Minnesota sort of took off. As you can see here, the winner high, Nafisa had 34 in that game. Enrique had 16. Paige didn't have the greatest game in that one. For her first game, we'll take a quick look at Paige's stats. Paige had 10 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists on 3 of 10 shooting. So didn't have the greatest game for her debut. Should be looking to get off to a better start in the next one. All right, and the third game, the LA Sparks, who are playing tonight, versus the Golden State Valkyries, the new look Golden State Valkyries. Kelsey Plum led them in points, 37 points for her, 19 for Tiffany Hayes for the Valkyries. De'Erica Hamby led the way with 10 rebounds for the Sparks. Tiffany Hayes had 9 rebounds for the Valkyries. And Kelsey Plum had 6 assists for the Sparks. Fag Bentley had 4 assists for the Valkyries. Trivia question, Kayla Thornton had the first basket in Golden State Valkyries history. Turnaround mid-range fadeaway for the first Valkyrie points. So if you're ever in a trivia game and they ask that question, just remember me. Remember I told you. All right, so that was Friday's matchups. Saturday, I forgot there were 3 games on Saturday. I totally forgot. I said 2. There were 3 games on Saturday. My New York Liberty taking on the Las Vegas Aces, our rivals, our arch nemesis, the bane to our Batman. But you know what I'm trying to say. Liberty, I think after the first quarter, Liberty sort of took over, and we ended up winning that game 92-78. The ladies got their rings. Asia doing what Asia does. 31 points for Asia, doing what she does. 31. Let's take a look at the box score. I think it was 31-16 or something like that. Asia Wilson 31-16. She was the only one really putting in work. Jackie Young had a nice spurt in the third, but otherwise, it was not good for them. Brianna Stewart, people been writing her off. She came back, did her thing. 25-8 for Brianna. But the star of the show was really Natasha Cloud with 22 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks, 3 steals. Historical numbers for a home opener or a season opener for Natasha Cloud, and the Liberty get the win, even though we shot 19% from 3. And Sabrina shooting 3 for 12, looking like the finals all over again. That game 5, but not too much on Sab. I'm gonna let her rock, but she gotta fix up. The other game, I didn't watch this game. Once I saw it was a blowout, I said I'm not even gonna bother rewatching this game, to be honest with you. 93-58, Chicago got put into torture rack. Caitlin Clark triple double, first game of the season, 20, 10, and 10 for Kate. Angel Reese follows up with 12 and 17 for her double-double. But looking at this box score, you had 12 for Angel, 7 for Cardoso, 4 for Sloot. I'm not gonna violate Sloot. Salute to you, Sloot, for helping us get the ring last year. 4 for Kia and 11 for Ariel Atkins. Your bench, you got 7 from Beck Allen, 8 for Banham, 4 for Van Lith. Excuse me, y'all. 22% from 3. They had, 17 turnovers. But Kate was the head of the snake, 20, 10, and 10. You had 15 from Kelsey. You had Aaliyah Boston with 19 and 13. 15 from Natasha Howard. DeWanna Bonner, I think she moved into 3rd all-time past Tina Thompson in the all-time scoring list. So salute to DeWanna on that accomplishment. But this was belt to behind. 22, 23, 20. They was 28-13 in the 4th. That's where the damage. I think the game was pretty much settled at that point. And the last game of the night, I was falling asleep here at the computer watching this game, and while I was editing some highlights, Seattle versus Phoenix. But a lot of people saw Satu in Unrivaled, and they were like, "Oh, she's washed." But sometimes 3-3 just ain't your style. Satu came out and was putting belts up behind out there. Satu 27-6. She was over here giving the too small to Neka Agumake. She was doing all types of stuff out there. Knocking down three. She went 3 for 9, even though that percentage isn't the greatest. But as you could see from the storm, only person who really put in work was Skylar Diggins, no Smith. If you know, you know. 21 points for Sky. Everybody else was pretty putrid. The rookie Dominique Malonga didn't get too many minutes. 10 minutes, had 2 points. God bless her up there in Seattle. Alyssa Thomas, with 20 and 7-6, doing her a lot more scoring than usual because they're missing Kalia Copper. Kalia Copper is going to be out a couple weeks. She had an arthroscopic knee surgery, so no Kalia Copper for a couple weeks. So Alyssa had to pick up the slack. It was literally Mike Jack, Janet Jack, and the other Jacksons, or the other kids, because as you can see, nobody else really put in work. And half these people, I don't know who they are. Let me stop. Like Catherine Westbell, okay, she wasn't in the league last year. Okoa Makani wasn't in the league last year. Alexis Prince, Alexa Held. Like, look at these people I'm talking about right now. No disrespect, but come on now. Bunch of Tito's. And then we already touched on the game earlier today. Let's take a look at the schedule coming up. Tomorrow, I'll probably stream tomorrow, y'all. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow. Seattle versus Dallas. Seattle at Dallas, 8 p.m. Eastern on NBA TV. Remember, I made a video on the channel about how League Pass works. I know I still see people complaining about League Pass, but it clearly says in the League Pass term FAQs that you're not going to get every single game live, but you can lead a horse to water. You can't force him to drink. Yeah, because I think only a certain age demographic will get the Tito reference. So I'll probably stream this game tomorrow, y'all. I'll probably be on around 7:45 ish. We'll do some pre-game stuff, and then we'll get into it, seeing if which team will be 0-2. Will it be Seattle or will it be Dallas? Tuesday, I don't think I won't be streaming Tuesday, but you got Vegas and Connecticut. Vegas looking to get in the win column. They should against Connecticut. Atlanta at Indiana. That should be a good one. Both teams with new coaches, new personnel. We'll see how that game goes as well. And then Wednesday, you have a triple header with Dallas at Minnesota again, but this time it's in Minnesota. Paige going back home to Minnesota to play. Should be a good turnout for her in that arena. Washington at Golden State. Washington looking to be 3-0 at that time. And then the Sparks versus Phoenix. And then Thursday, you got this game on Prime Video. Indiana at Atlanta at 7:30. And then you have 8 p.m. New York at Chicago. All right, so those are the games. Those are the games that will be coming up. So make sure you're tuned in. But I will be streaming tomorrow, God willing. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. You got those noti bells checked. So when I go live or I create a stream, you'll get that notification. Salute to everybody hanging around for the halftime report. If you're just joining, no, I'm not just talking about these other games for the fun of it. It's because we're at halftime in the LA Sparks and Minnesota game. So we're just waiting for them to restart, and then we'll get right back to the action. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. We can discuss some things. One of the comments I'll put up is Sonia Citron. She looking good in the Rookie of the Year race. I know it's early. There's still 42 more games. Remember, it's a 44-game season. There's still 42 more games to go for the Mystics, so anything can happen. So making predictions early like that is sort of foolish on my part, but The way she's been playing, it looked like she's been here a long time. Salute Sonia. She's from right up the road from me. She's from Scarsdale, New York. Right up the road, 10 minutes up the road from me. So salute to Sonia. Kiki putting in work too. She had two tough matchups, as I was saying. Played against Brittany Griner her first matchup, and then played against a legend in Tina Charles her second matchup, and held her own. She came out with 2 wins. She could say, "Yo, I gave them buckets. They gave me buckets, but I gave them buckets back. These hands work too, and I got the win. So what they gonna say?" Looking at the comments. Zach said, I think Williams gonna step it up and go for 13. I need her to. I think I placed one of those specials that said Nafisa and Courtney to combine for 40. So if Nafisa goes for 40, I'll take it. I win it anyway. But I need Courtney to play her part. Daniel says, Jay, do you think Sparks make playoffs? Yeah, I think the Sparks. It's gonna be a fight for that 6, 7, 8 is gonna be a fight. 6, 7, 8 is going to be a fight in this playoff race. Granted, if people stay healthy, I always gotta give that caveat. But if everybody is fairly healthy, I think the Sparks can be in that 6 to 8 range. Des Lamar said Sparks gonna dub. Sparks about to dub. Yeah, Williams is having a struggle. That last game. I know it was a what you call it. It was a flash in the pan. She's not really a 3-point shooter, but she was knocking down threes. You know, when Courtney Williams is hitting threes, you win for a long night. And we back in play, y'all. Finally, we're back in play. Sparks start off with possession. They're down 1. It's 46-45. We're back in play. Sims tries to drive, gets it off to Azare. Can she continue her 3-point streak? And she misses her first shot of the game. Ball tipped out to Plum. And she hits off the front of the rim. Courtney Williams with the rebound. Courtney Williams goes behind the back, gets into the paint, over to Alana Smith. Can she hit another 3? And she misses. Rebound to Odyssey Sims. Sims scoreless so far. Scoreless in this game so far. Sims over to Rakia, left side of the floor, over to Hamby, top of the key, guarded tightly by Alana Smith. Hand off to Odyssey. There was a fumble there. De'Erica recovers it, looks to attack. Hamby over to Odyssey. Odyssey over to Rakia with 2 on the clock. Rakia got to get it up, throws it up, and banks it in. Somehow banks it in. And the Sparks retake the lead, 47-46. They're going to take a look to see if she got it off in time, but on first look, it looked like she did. Courtney Williams for 3. As I was bad-mouthing Courtney Williams, saying if she hits the 3, you win for a long night. She knocks down the 3. Courtney Williams with a 3. Minnesota retakes the lead. Plum over to Rakia. Back to Plum. Plum looks to attack. It's cut off by Carly, and they call a foul there on Carly Samuelson. Oh, no, she got it off in time. They just showed the replay. She gets it off in time. A double clutch hanging bank shot over Alana Smith. Ball in play here with the Sparks. Odyssey over to Kelsey. Let's see what Kelsey can do in this second half. Kelsey probing, shoots over Nafisa, bounces around the rim. Ball gets tipped out off of Hamby and out of bounds. So it'll be Minnesota ball. Ball in play here with the Lynx here. So Kelsey with 9 still. Nafisa over to Courtney. Back to Nafisa. Nafisa step through. Tries to bank it in. Too strong. Fight for the rebound. Azare. And they call a away from the play foul on Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum talking to the ref like, yo, what you looking at, bro? Clean your glasses. Alyssa Gomez on the chat says, go Sparks. We got a lot of Sparks representatives. Daniel, you recruiting people? Daniel's been my Sparks representative for a while now. It's only been him, really, and now we got a lot of Sparks fans. Salute to all the Sparks fans in here. And for a positive year for you all, what a play from the Lynx. They get it into feet right over the top, and Nafisa lays it in, left-hand layup. Caught it over her shoulder like a wide receiver. Left-hand layup, easy money. 51-47 here. Plum with the ball. They double Plum in the corner, and they get the steal. Courtney Williams throws it over to Bridget Carlton. and she lays it in. So Kelsey Plum invites the double team, traps herself against the baseline, which you're not supposed to do as a ball handler, and turns it over, leads to a layup. Plum gets the screen from Hamby, over to Azare on the attack, attacking Nafisa, back to Plum, Plum back to Azare. They just playing left side of the floor. Nafisa gets a hand on the ball, 5 seconds on the shot clock, 4, 3. Can Rakia do it again at the buzzer? Loses the ball, turnover again, back-to-back turnovers. Courtney on the attack, drops it off to Alana Smith. Should be a timeout here by Lynn Roberts. And it is a timeout. I told you, Minnesota, one of the best third quarter teams this league has seen in the last couple years. It's 55-47, just like that. Timeout, Sparks. I did say it, y'all. This Lynx team, the third quarter comes, Cheryl Reeve makes that adjustment, and they come out firing. Kat says they always turn up the volume. Sparks need to step it. Yeah, they got to. Back-to-back turnovers leading the buckets. You cannot turn the ball over against this Lynx team. You cannot turn the ball over against this team, y'all. I'm gonna pull the box score up in a second. I forgot I changed my screen. So I just want to make sure I get the stats up for y'all. So looking at the turnovers, no, that's not the. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong team. 7 turnovers here for the Sparks now. Let me publish this up for us. So you got 7 turnovers for the Sparks, 2 in the last possession that led to buckets for the Lynx. Alyssa says Sparks are going to be okay. We got a young, hungry team. Yeah, I mean, it's still early. The thing about these games now, even though it sucks losing, especially for your team, you have a fairly, even though you have De'Erica, you have Rakia, and you have Azare, you're still bringing in Kelsey Plum. Your bench has some work. You're still missing players like Julie Alamon and Cam Brink. So this isn't your final form. At least I hope not. So there's things to look forward to. So you just have to stay above water until you get your full team back. Plum got, yeah, Plum, she over here selling a little bit if you need her for buckets. Plum up to 9 points on 3 of 10 shooting. A far cry from the 37 that she had. But she had most of her points against the Valkyries in that second half, so. But she only has 9 points and 3 assists so far. Hamby with 15, Azare with 14. And then if you look at Nafisa with 19, got 5 for Courtney Williams, 10 for Alana Smith. Taisha, you said Jackson need that 3-pointer. You mean in general to add to her game or for a bet? Let me know. All right, they're coming out of this timeout now. Salute to everybody hanging around. Make sure you leave a like on the stream. Subscribe if you are new here. I'll be back tomorrow for Storm. What did I say? Tomorrow was Storm and Wings. EBK, salute for the follow. Salute. Appreciate you. Ball and play with the Sparks. Let's see what they can do here. Let's see if they don't turn the ball over. So it's Sims, Stevens, Plum, Hamby, and Rakia. So the starters for the Sparks. Hamby on the attack, throws it cross court to Plum. Touch pass to Rakia. Rakia hangs off the glass again. Doesn't work. Alana Smith with the rebound. So it's starters for both teams on the floor right now. Courtney Williams quickly up the court. Courtney Williams picks up her dribble, gets it to Fee. Top of the key. Fee pump fakes. And they call a foul. I think it was on Azare Stevens, or was it on Rakia? I'm not too sure. They called it on Rakia. Looks like Rakia wiped off that glitter stuff she had on her eye. Maybe it was messing with her vision. Let me stop. But she did wipe it off, though. Maybe it was closing her eyes. I don't know, but it's not there no more. Ball over to Bridget Carlton. Left-hand side. Over to... Oh, Bridget's still dribbling. Gets it up top to Alana Smith. She's camping out for 3 off the back rim. Plum with the rebound. Plum gets on her horse. She's galloping up the court. looking for somebody. Gets it to Rakia, top of the key. They throw it down to Azari. That should be a foul on Alana Smith. Bounce past to De'Erica. She saves it. Crosses over on Nafisa. Splits the double. Oh, it rolls off. But she'll go to the line for 2 after that foul. De'Erica Hamby with a nice little right to left crossover. Went baseline. Split the 2 defenders. Squeezed through and tried to lay it in. It was just off a little bit, though. It rolled right off. So she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. She's been living at the line here. Hamby knocks down the first free throw. Down to earth production. The Sparks only have 1 punch. Yeah, their bench isn't the greatest bench at this moment. And Hamby hits the second. Mercedes Russell, not really a scorer. Sarah Ashley Barker, the rookie. She's the one with the 1 point. Ray Barella's injured. Oh, Odyssey Sims. Oh, that should be backcourt. They don't call it. Courtney Williams over to Alana Smith. Over to Carly Samuelson. Carly picks up her dribble down to Alana Smith. That's easy work. They had Kelsey Plum guarding Alana Smith on the switch. And that was barbecue chicken. 57-49 here. Plum over to Rakia. Rakia picks up her dribble, gets it to Hamby. Fumbling the ball there. Hamby picks up her dribble. And a foul there. Alana Smith on the reach and silly foul. LT said Rakia sold me. She had her chances. 3 3-point attempts. That should have. Yeah, Williams went backcourt a couple times there. You needed 3 3-point attempts like before halftime? Or listen, man, she could still chuck up some threes. That's not really her game at the moment. That game against the Valkyries was a nice little showing, but that's not primarily about her game. Ball back and play with the Sparks. Plum dancing with the ball, gets it down to Hamby. Out to Plum. Plum left wide open. Corner 3. Did that bank in? I don't know if it like glanced off the backboard and went in, but it went in anyway. Plum with the 3. Oh, you need her for 1. Oh, God bless. Williams with the ball over to Fee. Fee for another 3 off the back rim. Hits off the top of the backboard. Hamby with the rebound. Hamby working on her double-double. She's up to 7. Oh, foul by Carly Samuelson. That looked like one of them European fouls where they don't have the whole clear path or the what's that thing called? Like stop it momentum foul, whatever. But it's a foul on Carly. 14 fouls on the Lynx. I think next one there in the bonus. Plum did a touch pass and turned it over. I don't know why she did that for. Sarah Ashley Barker checks in. Courtney Williams right down Main Street and lays it in. What's a famous street in LA? I don't be in LA. Right down Melrose and lays it in. Ball and play to the Sparks. And another foul there on the Lynx. That should be the bonus. 59-52 here. EBK says I need 2 more rebounds from Rakia. She should get that. She should. For y'all's sake, I don't want nobody to lose no bets out here. I know that feeling. All right, so the Sparks are in the bonus as Hamby misses the free throw. Alyssa says I've been a fan of Hamby since her college days. Where Hamby went to college again? I forgot what school Hamby went to. Remind me. Yeah, she is a really good rebounder though. She very great positioning for her as she rattles in the second free throw. Sparks need to hang around though. They can't let the Lynx get too far away here. It's a 6-point game. So they just got to hang around a little bit. Bridget Carlton. Oh, what a pass to a cutting Jessica Shepard and the lay-in. It's just like Minnesota. All their players know where to be, where to cut. It's beautiful basketball. It just sucks when you're playing against them. Odyssey Sims into the paint. She's been struggling. Misses the floater. And Collier with the rebound. Damn, I said that so weird. Nafisa with the rebound. Heidemann with the ball over to Williams. Williams back to Heidemann. Top of the key. Gets the screen from Fee. Heidemann out to Courtney. Courtney pulls up for another 3. Oh, that's 2 threes for Courtney. If she's hitting that, you better just get on the plane and go back home. 64-53, double-digit lead here. This is what the Sparks did not want. They don't have enough firepower to keep up with this team. And they on the broadcast they're talking about the Lynx third quarter, just like I spoke about. Azare with the ball. She's been quiet since the first. What a pass to Hamby. Hamby catches it, falls away, and banks it in from under the basket. I don't know how Azare got that pass through. Thanks, Alyssa. Hamby went to Wake Forest. Nafisa on the drive, off balance, throws it against the backboard, doesn't work. Azare with the rebound. Plum on her bike. Plum gets it to Hamby. That's how they initiate their offense. I'm starting to notice. Foul on Heidemann, and the Sparks going back to the line. That's what they need to do. Keep driving. They're in the bonus right now, so just keep driving to the paint. No problem, Melissa. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate everyone who has tuned in to the broadcast so far. So De'Erica at the moment, I don't know if these stats. Oh no, De'Erica with 20 points and 7 rebounds. Plum, excuse me, at the line for 2 free throws here. It's 3:13 to go here in the third. Sparks trying to hang around. They're at the 9-point deficit right now. First free throw is up and good. I think I'm a little bit behind. I'll fix it up in a second. And Plum with the second one and is good. Oh no, it's live here. I'm looking on mad different screens and it is what it is. Over to Williams. Williams with the ball. Williams, mid-range jump shot, tips around and goes out of bounds. It just says it stays here with the Lynx. Minnesota to inbound. Gets it to a cutting Bridget Carlton. Oh, she smokes the wide open layup. Fight for the rebound. And SAB gets the rebound. Foul on Bridget. So we're back to the foul line here. So Sarah Ashley Barker not doing too much scoring, but she's fighting on the rebounding and on the defensive end. So salute to her. Got to give her some credit. So Sarah hits the first free throw. And she hits the second. So ball in play here with Minnesota. I got it on my other screen. I have to restart this one. 64-59 here, y'all. Courtney Williams with the ball. Courtney Williams gets fouled by Odyssey Sims. So 64-59, 2:43 to go here. It's Lynx basketball. Ball over to Nafisa. Nafisa over to Bridget. Bridget for 3. Misses. Rebound to Jessica Shepard. All right, now I got mine back up to speed. I was like 10 seconds behind. But now I'm good now. It's a foul there on the Sparks on the rebound. So that's 4 on Kelsey Plum. Oh, yeah, Kelsey. She tried to box out, go face guard box out instead of just turning around and Natisha Heidemann to inbound, gets it into Courtney Williams for a 3 again. Oh, Courtney Williams with 3 threes in the quarter. My bad, Sparks fans. I think I jinxed y'all. I did say the threes were a flash in the pan, and she's knocked down 3 since I've said that. I apologize. 67-59. Azare Stevens been quiet, as I mentioned. Gets it to Plum. Plum, pump fakes. Corner to Hamby. Hamby for a corner 3, air ball. Rebound to Williams. Williams quickly up the left side of the court. Gets it to Shepard. Fakes the handoff. Gets it back to Courtney. Courtney, another 3. Front rims it. Azare with the rebound. Sparks need to do something in these last 2 minutes here. Can't let this deficit grow anymore. Plum dancing with the ball. Gets into the paint. Over to Azare. Over to Barker. Barker picks up her dribble. Guarded by Feed. Nowhere to go. Gets it to Plum. 7 on the clock. 6. 5. Plum into the paint. Corner to Odyssey Sims. Wide open for 3. Rims it. Rebound to Bridget, and they call a foul there. There should be shots now. They should be in the bonus now, if I'm not mistaken. So Minnesota now in the bonus. Minnesota will shoot free throws the rest of this quarter. Andre says, what's up, Andre? He says, what happened to Jackson? Jackson, MIA, not in action. Nah, I mean, honestly, she's on the bench right now. I think. Yeah, she's on the bench right now. As she's subbing right back in right now, I should say. So Mercedes Russell and Action Jackson. Now I'm saying Action Jackson. Rakia Jackson check into the game. Nafisa is in. So it's Nafisa, Shepard, Heidemann, Samuelson for the Lynx. Free throw was good there. Oh, I added it to the wrong team. 9-point lead here. Barker with the ball. Tries to feed it into Azare. Terrible pass. Is stolen by the Lynx. Shepard on the go. Over to Carly Samuelson. Pump fakes. Up top to Carlton. Left side to Fee. Fee. Handoff to Heidemann. Heidemann pump fakes. Bounce past to Fee. Fee looked like she traveled. They don't call it. And they call a jump ball. Mercedes Russell. How many minutes has she played? Mercedes. Where's she at on this list? 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Daniel. She hasn't played as much. She hasn't played much at all, I should say. I mean, she out there, you know, my favorite saying, when people not doing nothing on the court, out there doing cardio, just running around, getting a run-in. As the Sparks win the jump ball, though. 68-59, about a minute to go here. Azare for 3. Can she hit another one? Azare has gone cold since the first quarter, but she does get the steal there. In the backcourt goes up, and they call a foul on Nafisa. I'm surprised they don't call a tech, and they do call the tech on Nafisa for bouncing the ball. It went way up in the sky. She knew she screwed up on that turnover. Kelsey is in right now. Kelsey is in right now. Salute for tuning in. So it'll be a technical free throw here for the Sparks because Nafisa got a tech for bouncing the ball in disgust. But this would be a nice little close to the quarter if Plum can knock down the free throw, which she does. So it's an 8-point game, and they have 2 free throws here for Azare Stevens. Nafisa goes to the bench. Nafisa will go to the bench here. Now Azare Stevens at the line for 2 free throws. They can cut further into this deficit. And she rattles in the first. So what Nafisa got? Nafisa got 19 points, 6 rebounds. Second free throw is up, and she knocks down both. So now it's a 6-point game. This is manageable. If they can finish at 6-4, 6-point deficit, 4-point deficit, that would be a win for the Sparks here, given how the Lynx play in the third. Oh, Natisha, double crossover on Ashley Barker, but she draws the foul. So Heidemann will go to the line for 2 free throws. Alyssa said it. Kelsey's going to need an IV after she's played the whole game. No, you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. I don't know how much longer Kelsey could do this in year 8, playing the whole game for 44 games. Taisha, if the game was a blowout, I would say you might have a chance, but given that this game is a 7-point game, Fee not to get at least 5 more points is a stretch. As Heidemann knocks down the free throw, so it's 70. She hits both. 70-62. Courtney's on the bench. Courtney's on the bench. Kelsey Plum drives, goes out to Sarah Ashley Barker, pump fakes, gives it down to Azare. Azare just turnaround jump shot. That looked ugly, and she misses as expected. That was a terrible attempt there. I don't know what she was doing. Shot clock is off, people. We're at 10, 9, 8, 7. Carlton with the ball. Over to Heidemann. Heidemann over to Alana Smith. Corner 3. Air ball. And that's how the quarter ends. So it could be worse. It could be worse. I think I added a thing for the Sparks. It should be 70-63. That's my bad. Rakia Jackson's holding her face right now. It's 70-62 is the actual score right now. Rakia's holding her nose. There was a little collision at the end of that quarter there. The trainer is out to take a look. So they're gonna go to commercial now. I think her nose might be bleeding. They put a towel. Well, De'Erica has a towel blocking her face. All right. Um. Da, 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 da. Nas says, "Hey, I got a question. Outside, do I make? No, honestly, I don't. I don't make. Me personally, my channel doesn't make money. I'm not big enough to make money on this channel. I just do it for the love because I'll be watching the games anyway. So I'm just like, I might as well talk about it. So me personally, I don't make money. You can make money if you get big enough, but I personally don't. Shrill on the is that Twitch? I think that's Twitch. Yeah. Shrill says, I see you a Liberty fan. What's the reason? Born and raised in New York. I've just been a Liberty fan ever since. once the league started, I was around when the league started. I used to my parents used to take me to games at MSG when I was a kid. They came up to when they got shipped up to Westchester. I went to games at Westchester because it was close by, and then now they in Brooklyn, and I go to games in Brooklyn. You say you Shro says I'm a Liberty fan because Sabrina, wherever she goes, I go. I respected this. That's how I became a Heat fan. I mean, even though I didn't switch my loyalty when D Wade left, and went to Chicago and Cleveland. We forget about those years, but D Wade made me a Heat fan, and I've been a Miami Heat fan ever since. Charles says, "How's the crowd in LA?" I mean, from what I've seen, it's pretty lively. It's the season opener for them at Crypto. They're not at Walter Pyramid like last year. But it looks because as you can see, the Lakers aren't in the playoffs, and I don't watch hockey. Are the Kings still in the playoffs? I don't know. Hockey fans, let me know. But the crowd looks okay. It doesn't look empty if that's what you're asking. Oh, Kameo, what's good? Liberty OG jerseys were super sick. Yeah, it's funny because they're playing a highlight of the Houston Comets Liberty finals back in the day when Teresa Weatherspoon hit the shot to send us to a game 3 where the Comets ended up smacking us in game 3 back in the 90s. Salute to everybody still hanging around. Appreciate you guys all tuning in for my first stream of the 2025 WNBA season. This is my 3rd or 4th season doing this. I don't know. It feels like I've been doing this for a while, but I appreciate you guys all tuning in. We're into the 4th quarter now, people. Into the 4th quarter. Rakia Jackson, she looks to be okay. It's her mouth. She's just shaking some solution or water in her mouth. Oh, she runs as going for the loose ball. She runs right into Alana Smith's shoulder. So no malicious intent there. She just literally her face ran right into Alana Smith's shoulder. So it might have just rattled her a little bit. Yeah, Daniel. Yeah, Sparks can't afford another injury. Oh, Camille said grew up during the Sue and LA. Lauren Jackson, beast, absolute beast, beast out of Australia. LT said should have hit the under for all of them. Listen, that's that. It's betting on the W. It can get interesting sometimes because as you saw, Plum had 37 last game, and then now what she got? She don't got 37. She don't got 20. She got under 15 right now. What she got? She got 15 exactly. But it's still early. You gotta sort of just look and observe, and then you start to tailor your bets a little. You start to find a little rhythm on how players play and against different opponents. 4th quarter has started. Lynx have possession, 8-point game. Oh, Natisha Heidemann step back on SAB, knocks it down. Knocks it down. Natisha Heidemann picking on the rookie, and it's a 10-point game here. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, LT can't bet against the ghost. Like if you bet against Nafisa, it's touch and go unless she has a bad game. So Sarah Ashley Barker gets her get back and she hits the three. So SAB for three, and it's back to an 8-point game here. 72-65. I think she has all the bench points for the Sparks tonight. Mercedes Russell playing defense on Bridget Carlton forces her to pass it backwards. Heidemann goes behind the back, pulls up for three, off balance, almost banks it in. Mercedes with the rebound. Gets it to Plum. Nafisa is still on the bench. Plum crossover on. Oh, no look to Odyssey Sims, and she's finally on the board. First bucket of the night for Odyssey Sims is 72-67. On the floor right now is Shepard, Carlton, Smith, Heidemann, and Samuelson for the Lynx. You have SAB, Azare, Mercedes, Plum, and as Smith hits the three. Sorry, it just interrupted my train of thought. Alana Smith, her first game of the season, she looked like she's hobbling out there, but then she's been knocking down threes. Odyssey Sims goes behind the back, gets it to Plum. Plum fumbling around, gets it back though. 75-67. They need to make this run with Nafisa on the bench. Plum hesitation, gets fouled, attacks, and doesn't get the basket, but she'll go to the line for two. So Odyssey Sims and Sarah Ashley Barker get their first points of the game. Well, their first field goals of the game on back-to-back possessions here. Kelsey Plum back at the line for free throws. Let's see what she can do here. 75-67. First free throw is up, and she rattles that one in. Nafisa still on the bench. Courtney Williams still on the bench. They're trying to get them a little bit more rest before they're in for the rest of this game. Remember, no Kayla McBride, still out for personal reasons. Plum short arms the second. Rebound to the Lynx. Heidemann with the ball. Heidemann gets it to Alana Smith, top of the key. She's dribbling around, looking for somebody. Gets back to Plum jumps to the passing lane, gets the steal, goes up, right hand layup is good. And just like that, Nafisa and Courtney Williams get right off the bench and are at the check-in table. Bridget Carlton looked like she traveled there, gets it to Alana Smith. Lob up to Jessica Shepard. They call a foul there on Sarah Ashley Barker on the denial. Bridget Carlton is in, Caden. Rakia Jackson, she took a little bump there at the end of the fourth quarter, Laren. So she's out at the moment. Right at the end of the third, she ran into somebody, and so she's out right now. She's on the bench though, so that's a good sign. Courtney Williams and Nafisa are back in. Courtney Williams tries to feed it into Nafisa, fight for the rebound, and the Sparks get the steal, but they give it right back. Courtney Williams for three. Oh, that would have been a backbreaker there. Tipped out by Nafisa, and it goes to the Sparks. That would have been a backbreaker. 5-point game here. Sarah Ashley Barker doing everything on the rebounding, defending, and she hit her first three. Salute the rookie. Carlton needs to get some boards. Yeah, I did see that prop. I said, let me stay away from it, even though she had a bunch of rebounds last game. With Alana Smith coming back, I figured that she wouldn't get as many boards today. De'Erica Hamby's back in the game. I haven't said that name. Odyssey Sims into the paint, gets blocked by Alana Smith. Odyssey Sims gets the rebound, puts it back up. Barker fighting, doesn't get the rebound. Alana Smith does. All right, let's see what happens here. 5-point game. This is a chance to strike here. Courtney Williams playing behind the screen. Picks up her dribble. Alana Smith. Corner to Carly Samuelson. She hasn't hit one until then. Carly Samuelson knocks down the three. You got Carly Samuelson on one side, Bridget on the other. You can't leave those shooters, but you can't leave Fee in the middle of the paint either. It's a lose-lose situation. Kelsey Plum tries to step back. Gets it over to De'Erica, top of the key. De'Erica drives on Nafisa, bumps her off. Too strong off the back of the rim. Rebound to Carlton as you ask for a rebound. Alyssa said, I know this is so random, but I was a Spark season ticket holder last year, but had a daughter since then. Oh, congratulations on that. Priorities. You gotta. Oh, Alana Smith knocks down another three and away from the play foul on Plum. So insult to injury. Priorities, Alyssa. I understand. This is my third season as a Liberty season ticket holder, but I know if I had a life changing decision like that, them tickets would have to go by the wayside. So Kelsey Plum has been getting a lot of away from the play fouls, trying to box people out, but it's about to be a 4-point play here because Alana Smith hits the three while Kelsey Plum fouls Carly Samuelson. Free throw is up, and it is a 4-point play. You cannot have situations like that. Now it's a 12-point game. It was just 5 with 6 minutes to go. Service Collier is in. Nafisa is in. Azare with the ball over to Plum. Plum on the drive gets cut off by Carly Samuelson. They've been calling that foul all night. So good on Plum to take advantage of it. We have a timeout here on the floor. That's the 4th foul on Samuelson. 82-70. It was just a 5-point game. They have a hill to climb, the Sparks do. You can't make mistakes against a team like the Minnesota Lynx. You just can't. Let's take a look at the box score, people. Let me refresh it, make sure I got all the up-to-date stats for y'all. Salute to everybody still hanging around. 118 people between YouTube and Twitch on the chat. Salute to all y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe, leave a like. First W game of the season on stream for me. I'll be back tomorrow for, I think it's Storm and Wings tomorrow. Paige Becker's #1 pick, Dominique Malonga, #2 pick for the Storm. I'll be on stream. Yeah, Daniel, your Sparks, that sequence right there was the sell right there. Let's go over the box score. Carly Samuelson, she hit a 3, so this is wrong. I don't know why they haven't updated Carly Samuelson's points there. She hit a free throw and she hit a 3. ESPN over here bugging out. Let me make sure I got the right. Let me go on the WNBA website. Make sure this is right. Yeah, Carly, they saying 2 everywhere. What is going on? I just seen Carly Samuelson hit a 3. Unless they called it a long 2. Probably a long 2 then. I don't know. These stats are all wrong here. But Nafisa has 19. Courtney Williams has 13. You got Hamby with 20 for the Sparks. 16 for Azare. You got 15 for Kelsey Plum. I feel like all these stats are wrong. One second, guys. Let me check something else. Because I feel like all these stats are absolutely wrong. Unless I'm just imagining stuff, which I probably am. I could have sworn I just saw Carly Samuelson hit a 3. Yeah, I'm on the WNBA website too, and they say it's wrong. Are they having issues updating the stats? Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna take this off the screen because it's confusing me. I'm on the ESPN site and I'm on the WNBA site over here, and they all have the wrong stats because I just saw Carly Samuelson hit a shot, and they have not updated that. So I don't know what's going on here. Let me see. Do they have Plum for 18? Yeah, they having issues. I guess whatever database they update the stats with is having issues right now because on both websites it says Plum got 15. I thought I was tripping, but I'm glad to see I'm not. Oh damn, LA got a nice little courtside club. They got couches and like fake grass that you see at those trendy restaurants and stuff. Damn. That's what y'all doing out in LA? Okay. We got couches with the fake grass. I'm weak. Kelsey Plum for 3, misses. I think this game is over for the Sparks, to be completely honest with you. Ball over to Bridget, back to Courtney, back to Nafisa, over to Courtney. Courtney to Nafisa gets fouled on the roll. Yeah, stats are all wrong right now, guys, so I'm not going to put stats on the screen until that gets resolved. I got you. I got you. I'll let you know if she gets another assist. Ball in play for Courtney. Courtney to Fee at the foul line. Fee pump fakes. Throws up the one arm floater. Knocks it down. I think it was Taisha who said Nafisa under 24. You in jeopardy now. She's up to 21 if my count is correct. Hamby with the ball over to Sims. Sims left side of the floor over to Hamby. Hamby picks up her dribble. Courtney Williams from behind gets to strip, but it goes right out of bounds. She swiped down on the ball so hard. Let me see. Does Google has different? I thought they all got it from the same database. Ball in play here. Oh, Plum with the nice step through, but smokes the layup. Sparks versus Lynx. Let me see if they have the correct stats on here. Oh, they do. Google has the correct stats. Shout out for that recommendation. I thought they all got it from the same database. That's funny. I have to go on Google for stats, and I'm on their actual website, and they don't got it. Courtney Williams with the ball. 4 seconds over the feet. 3, 2. Courtney gets it up at the buzzer. Misses. Jessica Shepard fight for the rebound. It looked like she got popped in the face. And Plum comes out of the crowd with it. They got to make a move now. They're down 14. No Rakia Jackson. She's probably going to be out. Oh, Nafisa with a block on De'Erica Hamby. So Google got the correct stats. 20 for Hamby, 18 for Plum. You got 21 for Fee, 18 for Alana Smith, 13 for Courtney Williams. Hamby with the ball. Looks to attack, gets it out to Azare. She's been ice cold since the first and continues being ice cold. Shepard with another rebound. Rakia Jackson, guys, she probably will not come back in this game. Is she at the check-in table? Nope. She's not even on the bench anymore, y'all. So Rakia is probably not coming back in this game. Nafisa throws up some bull and it goes in. She literally threw up some left hand Harlem Globetrotter shot and it went in. Nafisa up to 23. And they call a foul on Plum for the fend off. Plum just having a foul-filled game for Plum. 3:32 to go. Laren, that's not getting voided. She played more than half the game. She just went out in the third quarter, so they ain't gonna void it. I know these sports books all too well. Oh, Lynn Roberts is challenging this game. That was Kelsey Plum's 6th foul. She's fouled out if this stands. Lynn Roberts, nothing to lose here, is gonna challenge. That I don't think that's getting overturned. She's over here hooking Carly Samuelson's arm. That's a dub. 3:32 to go, people, in a game where the Lynx have taken over in this fourth quarter. Unfortunately for the Sparks fans here. Let me see if things have been fixed yet. Kelsey has fouled out for the unders on Kelsey and spoils it for the overs. The duality of man. Cheering for the over, cheering for the under. Oh yeah, I think they've updated it now. Yeah, ESPN has got it right now. It took them a while to but I don't know. I'm gonna just leave it alone. They have Collier for 23, so that's right. Yeah, I don't think this call is getting overturned, guys. I do not think this call is getting overturned. Kelsey Plum, how many minutes did Kelsey play? Kelsey has played 34 minutes out of a possible. I mean, we still have 3 minutes left, so she's played 34 minutes. So they're reviewing this play. Lynn Roberts Just trying to help out her star player, Kelsey Plum. She's had a lot of silly fouls this second half anyway. It's funny. YouTube Music wants one more point. Somebody else wants Nafisa not to score one more point. It's hilarious. See, that's funny. As I mention it, it's so funny. I'm over here laughing. What do I need? 336, 213. I need 4 more points between Nafisa and Courtney. I had them for a 40 combined. I need a miracle here. If Courtney wins, would have stopped playing so bad in the first half, I would have been had this. Yeah, unsuccessful challenge as I predicted, y'all. That Plum is fouled out, so all the under on Plum, you've survived. 86-70. Kelsey Plum has fouled out of the game. Her final stat line: 16 points, 5 assists, 6 fouls. And see, they haven't even updated the fouls here. And she might have 18. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, 18 points, 5 assists, and she's fouled out. All right, so let's see who's still in the game here. So we have Courtney Williams, Bridget Carlton, Nafisa Collier, Jessica Shepard, and Carly Samuelson. Down to Fee. Fee against Azare. She dribbles out over to Courtney on the handoff. Courtney over to Fee and foul. They run this play so effectively all the time. You know it's coming. It's just hard to stop. Sarah Ashley Barker with the foul. That's 5 fouls on SAB. I'm seeing conflicting numbers on the assists, Anthony, for Plum, and they call offensive foul on Carly Samuelson. 16-point game with 3 minutes 12 seconds to go. It's funny. I'm seeing 5 assists on Google for Plum. I'm seeing 6 assists on the WNBA website and ESPN. Hilarious. Sims out to SAB off the back rim. Rebound to Hamby. Hamby with the rebound. Hamby out to Odyssey Sims. Over to Hamby. Hamby crossover. Out to Odyssey. Odyssey pump fake steps in. Long two. Rattles around. Fight for the rebound. Dive on the floor. Carlton gets the rebound. They get it to Nafisa. Come on, Nafisa, do something. Or Courtney, one of y'all. Courtney with the ball. Over to Nafisa. Over to Courtney. Courtney picks up her dribble. Gets it to Carlton. Carlton for 3. Misses. Rebound to De'Erica. I think De'Erica should have double-double by now. SAB with the ball. Comes off a stagger screen over to Azare. She's been cold. Over to SAB. Over to Odyssey. Out to De'Erica. Over to who is this? Oh, finally. Azare Stevens knocks down the 3. It's 86-73. 13-point game with 2 minutes to go. Is it too little, too late? Nafisa, handoff to Carly. Over to Jessica. Left side to Bridget. They try to get it down to Fee, but they get it to Courtney, top of the key. What you gonna do, Courtney? Wants the screen on the right. Comes off the screen. Pulls up for the mid-range jump shot. Too strong. Rebound to Azare. Man, this is going to be a nail biter for the under Nafisa 24 crowd here. Azare with the ball. Drops it off to Mercedes. Mercedes back to Azare. Foul on Carly. That might be bonus time for the Sparks. Oh, that was the 4th foul. I thought they already had 4 fouls. So sideline out of bounds for the Sparks. They get it into Mercedes Russell. Mercedes Russell gets it to Odyssey. Odyssey crossover up top to Azare. Azare left hand drive Off balance jumper, bounces around. Jessica Shepard with the rebound. So we're approaching a minute to go here. Yeah, Plum got 18. Courtney Williams with the ball. Calls for the screen. Gets it to Fee. Top of the key. Nafisa looks to drive. Oh, fakes the pass. Gets into pin against De'Erica. Out to Carly Samuelson. She loads up a three. Short. And Hamby with another rebound. Under 50 seconds here. SAB with the ball. SAB hesitation dribble. Oh, it goes off her toe somehow. And it goes right to Azare. And she scores. 40 seconds to go here, y'all. 40 seconds to go. It's 86-75. Both teams are in the bonus. So they get it into Carly Samuelson. Over to Jessica Shepard. Sparks not going down, but this game is pretty much over. Let's see what they do here. Courtney Williams with the ball. Over to Bridget. Over to Courtney. Courtney down to Shepard. Gets fouled. Nah, you can't call that. They call that in the act, and they do. Jessica Shepard with the layup. You may be safe, Taisha. You may be safe. Jessica Shepard at the line. Shot clock is off. I don't think Minnesota will take another attempt. 88-75 with 19 seconds to go. Subs are being made in abundance. You are safe, Taisha. Nafisa has checked out of this game. She finishes with 23. And Jessica Shepard knocks down the free throw. Ball in play here. Thanks, Charles, for tuning in. Appreciate you. 10 seconds to go here. Sparks with the ball. This game is pretty much over. De'Erica Hamby trying to get some last stats. She's fumbling the ball. And she's bumbling, stumbling. Badian gets the steal. Olari Kosu, the rookie, gets some minutes at the end here. And this game is over, people. The game is over. Yeah, Jackson been done since the end of the third quarter. So 89-75 is the final score. Salute, Daniel. Sorry your Sparks couldn't pull out the win. But 89-75 is the final score in this one. Tudo, salute, man. I know, man. It's been a minute since I've been on the commentary, but we back. We back. Let's take a look at the box score. Hopefully all these ESPN's been a little shaky, but hopefully everything's updated and right now. It looks fairly right. Salute, Liz. Appreciate you. See you tomorrow. So Minnesota wins the game 89-75. They go 2-0. 30-25 Minnesota in the first quarter. 20-16 LA in the second. 24-17 in the third for the Lynx. And 19-13 in the fourth. Carly Samuelson with 2. I still think that's wrong, but I could be just imagining things. Bridget Carlton with 8. 15 for Alana Smith. 23 for Nafisa Collier. And 13 for Courtney Williams. Jessica Shepard with 11 off the bench. 2 for Diamond Miller. 8 for Natisha Heidemann. The Sparks, you got Hamby with 20 and 10. I feel like these stats are wrong. 21 for Azare Stevens. 8 for Rakia Jackson. See, I see 8 here. Let me see what Google says for Rakia. It says 8. Rakia with 8. Odyssey Sims with 2. Kelsey Plum with 18. Mercedes with none. And SAB with 6. So that's the final box score for this evening's game. Salute to everybody who tuned in. Appreciate you guys all. Leave a like on the stream. Subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow. I did say tomorrow, right? I'll be back tomorrow for Seattle versus Dallas, 8 p.m. Eastern. I get to see the number 1 and number 2 pick face off. Let's see how many minutes Dominique Malonga gets for the Storm. We know Paige is going to get some minutes tomorrow. Let's see if she has a better showing in this second game. I see a lot of people happy and upset about their prop bets. That's it's always that one. It's always that last leg that always sells you. But we'll see tomorrow how the games go, how the game goes. It's only one game tomorrow, so I'll catch y'all then. Make sure you subscribe on the way out. Appreciate y'all. Salute. Oh wait, also check the pinned comment for the highlights channel. I'm gonna get highlights for somebody up who had a good game. Probably Nafisa. I'll probably get Nafisa's highlights up, so make sure you check that out. Salute, y'all.